Welcome back to Rise of the Runelords session 23. In our previous section, you did quite a lot, well, as far as investigation goes. I believe you went across the Tanner's Ridge to... Actually, first, what you did was head up Schooner Gulch Road up onto the bluff where the four noble families sit and interrogate the Scarnettis, for which Titus Scarnetti came out in front to speak to all of you, striking a potentially interesting deal with one or two of you. In any case, after learning about Harker's employment and activity, you made your way back down into mainland Sandpoint and across the Tanner's Bridge to the other side of the Mill Pond, where an interesting set of two footprints were around. One leading directly into the pond and towards the mill, and one leading directly out, though coming to a stop both times. Unfortunately, no undead were found within the mill pond. However, a vial of mysterious substance was found. Not entirely sure where to go next, but curious about the rune. Some of you made your way to the House of Blue Stones, where Kalar is currently studying and spending his time. And while unfortunately Kalar did not have much of the information they needed, he did know who did, in an old scholar by the name of Brodert Kink. Q-U-I. No K at the start of that. To which you discovered the true purpose of this seven-pointed star. That being the seven virtues of rule of an ancient empire, Thassalon, which had its time end, as Brodert conjectures, no sooner than 10,000 years ago. On the flip side, half of you went down to Rum Street to pick up a oversized enchanted sword.
Yes.
And that was actually where we left off, so that story beat is going to pick up right now.
And also, do we have that substance?
CC does.
Ah, okay.
The pond substance.
Indeed.
I mean, unless CC gave it up, but
Nope.
I don't think she did.
No, we never said
what I
she
thought.
did, so.
Nope, it's in her pocket. It's in her little bag.
That's what I thought.
Okay, well, we left without it, so on we go. We'll mention it to this guy. Probably a good idea.
I'm assuming you are heading into the Feathered Serpent at this point.
Correct.
And, as you do, it is quite dark inside, though the door is not locked. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
Anyone who cares to
All
do so.
3 of us? Okay. Perception. Where are you? Side-faced, right?
50.
Oh wow, that's the lowest I can possibly get.
Yeah, it really is.
21.
Fucking
Love that
plus
for you.
17. Go fuck yourself.
All right. Well, all of you can hear some gentle snores. It is coming from the far corner of the room, though anyone without dark vision would find it hard to spot all the way to the other side of the room.
I can see it fine.
Would low light vision help any? Is there like a candle?
There actually is not a candle, so
Thank goodness you burned the place down.
the windows are very dusty, so even the natural light from the moon is not helping too much in here.
Oh, at least I can see just fine.
Artanis, you can see some glowing, not glowing, but you can see some outlines of furniture around the door. However, beyond that, it's quite dark. You can also see the outlines of the windows, but they don't seem to be letting in enough light to illuminate anything else around it.
Okay, that's fair. I think I will probably wait outside. I mean, the business is closed, so whatever you two decide to do is probably going to be none of my concern.
Right.
I got a bell. I got ching.
It would appear there is a sounding mechanism on the desk.
Well, I think we ring it.
Yeah.
As you ring it, and it really is not fit for this time of night if people are trying to sleep, but this, what should appear as a single bell, chimes a couple times in various different tones and notes. This is a magical bell, and you hear, oh, and the corner shuffles and crashes, and you can see Vorvashali fall out of his chair, and knock a few things over. What? My, it is quite late. I see I have fallen asleep.
Yeah. You left your door unlocked too. That's not a very good thing to do.
Well, see, we were open when I wasn't asleep.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't see the harm in helping. You may have a certain amount of gold for me, yes?
I will reach into my pouch and take out the necessary gold and plop it onto the counter.
All right. Also, to be clear, a candle has been lit at this point.
Ah, yes, prestidigitation. Out of character.
How much is his debt?
Wasn't it like 425?
I have the exact number.
He does.
It is, in fact, 425 gold.
Huh.
All right.
It's almost like I was thinking about it.
425.
Well,
I pay that off, no big deal.
Well, I suppose in that case, this is,
Gimme.
give me big
oh.
sharp stick.
It's
Please.
it's over here.
I'll grab it. No need for you to
You-
try and lift it.
Yes, that's for you. Please don't let anyone else in on the way out. I will be locking behind you.
Very well. Sorry about barging in, but frankly, it's better us than someone else, you know?
No, that's quite all right. I have brought this upon myself. I should be more careful.
Yeah.
Now- Shoot.
Have a good night.
And after you're out, the door closes and locks.
Actually, I wanted to tell him one more thing, that we're going to be coming back by with something for him to identify in the morning.
And from the other side of the door, you hear, "That sounds great."
All right.
This is a joke because I don't think it's true, but imagine this dude's sloth.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
man,
Yeah, man.
you guys
Yeah.
are in for a big surprise. Ooh. Anyway,
Right, so he's not sloth.
well, I didn't say that. Just you're in for a big surprise. It's gonna be a cool big surprise, guys.
Yay.
It's gonna be cool.
Well, whatever the
Hooray.
surprise is, I got a big man with me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And I'll serve you as long as you don't tell me to do anything evil.
Dendron, with the purchase being done, will stick out his hand to shake as a, job or transaction well done. We're in business now.
Ver reaches out with his pinky and has Dedrin grab it and shakes his hand.
Done deal, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I realize, seeing as this is an investigation, I might as well give you all an investigation notes.
Ooh, notes.
Notes.
This is for you and your writing. This is blank. I just figure you might want to document your process.
That's much appreciated.
All right, that's
Yes,
the
it
only note we need.
is.
Is it universal notes, or we each got individual?
Oh, that's universal.
Okay, then that's the only note we'll ever need in the investigation notes.
I see.
Everything is. Oh yeah. Everybody's could be a victim, and everybody could be the killer.
be near
Now,
you.
for streaming purposes, I would like to bring this up, as the stream has not yet seen this. This here is Brodert's scribings for all of you. Anyway, moving on.
Indeed. I am totally doing practice swings.
Man, it feels very good. It looks beautiful, well crafted as all get out, and it feels like you're trained with these great swords, especially your oversized ones. So you understand. You want it to go to this point, you swing it this way. But you always have like a little bit of error, and it feels even more on point now.
Nice.
It feels really good.
Nice.
The entire rest of the campaign is just roleplay.
Yeah, with my sword. A man and his sword. I love
Give
Just
me
sword.
roll
tiny
play with
little
your
hand
sword.
massages every time you swing it.
Grease the leather
I
just right.
believe you had talked about meeting back up at the Rusty Dragon, but I could be mistaken.
We were gonna do a little bit of a patrol. A little bit, I thought was the
Well, I
was
know
the idea.
the idea was those two or this group were going to patrol somewhere, and then we were going to patrol, but we were also going to patrol coincidentally down here. So we've been patrolling while we were going towards the sword.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess that probably should have been mentioned that the three of us would have been on alert looking out for any sus activity while we're
While we
going to get his sword. Yeah.
rolling deep.
God, I have to use so much willpower not to say some stupid shit.
I vote for stupid shit.
Looking out for any sussy bakas.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. You know it,
But they're
homie.
sussy baka faces.
Embrace the memes, bro.
Yeah. Gotta.
Hey, this is what this group wanted. Subgroup.
You know what I want. But yeah, we're keeping our eyes out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead and make... I couldn't make perception checks based on your walk from or to the feathered serpent.
All right, boys, let's percept.
I have
Perceive.
perceived.
You
38.
perceive God. If God is here, he would be perceived.
What's Vera gonna perceive? His new sword, the ground,
Yeah,
perhaps.
pretty much. I'm gonna let y'all do it because I'm pretty
All
much
right,
just
so
eyes on the sword.
in anticipation and then in payoff and reward, there is quite enamored. However,
Perception to look at my sword.
of course, you are partaking of every detail, assessing the symmetries of the different pieces and
The expert waiting.
and the weighting. Yes, the weighting.
Like a guillotine in my hands.
Pretty much. Artanis and Dedrin.
Okay, time to update the... Kermit the Frog here.
Huh.
Playing Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to trade some wheat for some emeralds.
Bro, you gotta have like 12 for one emerald. You have 3. Anyway. You are able to see a bit of activity down Water Street. There seems to be a lot of people interested in going to the Hagfish. However, that just looks like rowdy people enjoying a drink and some times.
I'm a legend at that bar.
You actually are.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do at that bar?
Let's
I
not speak about it.
I don't have any problem with it. I drank a bunch of hagfish water to make some money.
But yeah, you did.
I was gonna say, what happens at the hagfish stays at the hagfish.
Oh,
Drank
I'm
some
proud of
Nora water.
I'm proud of that shit.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was saying that in RP.
No, I was
I was
RPing as
wondering
well.
what that was.
Good old Nora.
And that's a real life thing too. Those are disgusting.
Yeah. Slimy, I bet. They look slimy. All right. Yeah, I was
Okay, so
that was a RP thing I just did there with the
Yeah.
I
perfect.
was saying that in character.
So I just see like a bunch of normal people activity, right? Nothing suspicious with that check.
Yes, you see with your normal people eyes the normal people activity.
Got it.
Ooh,
This
I
is what
see
humans
non-normal
do.
people activity because I have non-normalized. Any sussy boys in the woods?
You see some occasional movement, but it looks like wildlife or maybe a goblin running around.
Goblin.
It's just Uncle Jeff. No, don't worry about Uncle Jeff. He's in his.
I guess. Goblins have been really pieces of shit, though. Sorry, I know you don't like them, or I know that they're related to you somehow, but they're
The
dicks.
the only harm that Jeff can do is harm to himself. Really.
Hmm.
Imagine I'm saying all this.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. Well, as long as there's not more than old Jeff out there.
May I ask where you would be patrolling, like around Market Street or?
What was the? I know me and Artanis, me and U0 spoke about it. Were we wanting to patrol around the lumber mill? Was that the plan?
Yeah, that sounds right. Patrolling that small area, and we can expand that if we think that's too short. I mean, the whole town fits inside. Um, I mean, yeah, the whole town fits inside a square quarter mile, so it shouldn't be too much to just do a couple of patrols.
Yeah,
wherever
I
we
know it's
want.
late, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
So we could, if you're following my movement on the map right now, we could kind of patrol. Our group could patrol kind of this circle.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe end up back where we got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will patrol this circle. That way, it gives us the mill. It gives us sight into the swamp, the woods, and a circle around a good chunk of the town itself.
That sounds legit.
Then we just come back down this way
Mm-hmm.
to our residence.
Yep.
I'm with it if you guys are.
I'm with it, boss.
No protest
All
here.
right,
All right.
sounds good. Well, you begin to make your way on your patrol up River Street. Kalar bids you adieu and makes his way back to the House of Blue Stone. But Karsrath and Cece, where are you headed?
Well, that was definitely useful information.
Indeed.
A bit more than I was anticipating, not gonna lie. My first
We should-
instinct
Right.
is I think we should talk to the town, to the captain again.
Sounds like a good idea.
I don't know if he would listen to my side of the story, so you'll probably have to talk to him. He has more respect for you because you are one of the saviors of Sandpoint.
I can, at the very least, try. We can see what we can get from him.
I think the biggest thing that we just need right now is people on our side. So
Definitely.
more patrols around town, probably additional guards around the waterfront, but definitely more eyes and ears out on the streets.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Let us head that way. Is it this way? And I will point it directly to the house that's like across the way.
Karjaret will take her other hand and lead her towards where the place is for the captain.
Oh, so it's not that way. Okay.
Yes, as he pulls you away from 37 Bent Street, you make your way up a couple dozen feet to the precinct. And make your way inside.
As we go inside, I give Karzarast's hand a little squeeze, and I will cast guidance on you.
Karjaret will look around. Is the captain in?
Are you asking or looking?
Looking.
Captain does not. Captain/sheriff does not seem to be in, or well, is not present in the current locale.
Is there anyone there to talk to?
Yeah. There's
does-
one person at the front.
He will ask this person if he knows where the captain is. The sheriff.
Oh yeah. Captain's up in his office. Looking over his own stuff, but said that he was looking forward to getting any information off of you. You can head right up.
Thank you. Karjaret will lead CC up.
Okay. You make your way up and over to where you recall the office being, and there you find Baylor sitting in his chair. Hello. Good to see you back. Have you found anything out in your investigation?
A few things, I believe. CC here also has some things she wishes to discuss.
Well, I'm all ears from both of you.
I think that it would be a good idea if you increase patrols around the city and make them a bit more frequent.
All right.
With everything that happened at the mill, we're starting to think that it may be all correlated and equal more than just that. So the more patrols around town, the stronger the alliance will be here, which means that they'll be able to protect people. And I think we might be able to catch them in the act.
That would be preferred. Though, of course, having an extended guard will send a message that there is a big problem.
What if you have
We-
the guards undercover or in disguise? Kind of just normal street clothes.
I suppose. It might work. Anyway, I will take that into consideration. Yeah, we definitely suspect that that this is a connected string. But how might you have come across this? What of the information from the leads?
Arzrath would share the information we got from the scholar. And have we already mentioned before, or did he already know about the footprints going to the swamp area?
I don't think so. I think we discovered that and just instantly followed it ourselves without reporting it.
So he would let him know about that as well. With potential theories.
Such as?
The possibility of there being someone using undead, like summoning undead and whatnot, which goes with what we had learned from the scholar.
I see. Is there anything else that you've found?
One of the things that concerns me the most is the talks of this cult coming back up on the rise. Is the gentleman that we spoke to feels like it might be linked to the... Is it a lighthouse or a watchtower? I think it's a lighthouse. Right?
Well,
Out of character.
out of character.
I can't remember.
The
if
old
it's
light, as it looks, is a tall pile of stone. The townsfolk consider it to be an old, decayed, and non-functional lighthouse, and Brodert specifically called it a, like, war tower or whatever.
Yeah, it was
Like a
defensive
defense.
tower.
Yeah.
Okay. The what I've come to understand is the decrepit lighthouse. According to our source, it used to be an old war tower. And used to be the home, or one of the homes at least, of the people that were part of this group. So I guess my initial question for you is, if we want to explore that, is there any particular protocol that we need to go through in order to do so? We don't want to mean the area any harm by any means, but it does seem like it's a clue within the investigation itself.
No. you are, you would be welcome to explore the old light. I have a feeling that your source would be Broddard Kink, no?
Yes, actually.
Alright.
You not a fan?
He's known throughout town to have interesting theories.
I see. As somebody who also has very interesting theories on things, I suppose it's something that he and I have in common. Though I do question what your initial thought is on him, because you seem very hesitant about it.
Let's just say interesting is a euphemism. Anyway, did you manage to get anything more out of Ivor?
Nothing really, just sadness and anger. I do think it was a good idea that your group held him for some time. I don't think he particularly was involved with what happened at the mill, but I do know that he was very traumatized by it. So I think it was a good idea to kind of have him somewhere for his own safety for a little while.
And what did you make of the first? Actually, have you taken a look at the information from the first murders yet?
I can't look at anything, sir. As a
He's
matter of
blind.
fact, I'm not really sure why you gave them to me, and I will pull the papers out of my bag.
It's not exactly the time for joking. But duly noted. He does not seem very amused by that.
Aw, dang
I mean,
it.
it's on him for giving the blind girl a thing.
No, it's very brutally honest. But this man is trying to keep peace in a town where there are murders happening.
Well, if
All
you
right,
wouldn't mind doing me a favor, and I will slide the papers across the table to him. Would you mind filling me in on what's on these papers?
I too would like to know what's on those papers, unless you were talking about the first murders.
The first murders, yes. I
Yes,
slide
of
those
course.
over to him.
Of course. Well, there was no paper transaction yet. Unfortunately. He will set down whatever writing implement he had at the time and walk around his desk and lead you to down a different wing of the precinct cells, where, and I definitely didn't forget to do this.
I'm trying to remember. The first murder wasn't the glass blower's place, right? The guy that got coated in glass?
Right. No, that is not linked.
Okay. I'm just remembering somebody had mentioned a symbol down below.
That
I
was
didn't remember.
that was underneath the glass blowing
Yeah,
shop. There was that catacomb down there.
yeah. And we haven't fully explored that area, but I don't believe that one is fully connected to current situations.
Yeah.
It was just the thought of, wasn't there a symbol there too? Is it possible? But probably not.
All right. Just take all of you. Baylor leads you down to a separate cell block, and down the hall to where not exactly wonderful storage, but storage nonetheless of the bodies. Right. Well, the reason that we believe that this is a chain and not unrelated is that 2 days ago, patrol guards along the Lost Coast Road, they got assaulted by a deranged man near an abandoned barn south of the town and along the banks of the Cougar Creek. He was clearly insane and feverish, and his clothes were caked with blood. But when my men subdued him, they checked inside the barn and, found, and he gestures at the three bodies, the mutilated bodies of these three men. We would otherwise be incapable of identifying the bodies, but one of them in their coat pocket had a piece of parchment, and I will give this simply to Karzrath and Cece, and you can decide if the others are worthy of seeing. And I will.
Oh, wait, what?
That means that these three men are Tarch Mortwell, Leonard and Jedwin Tabe. Three notorious conmen and swindlers, and local troublemakers. I made sure I forbade them from operating in Sandpoint, and admittedly, I was not surprised to find them murdered. It was only a matter of time before they tried to swindle the wrong person, after all. But
This may seem like an odd question, but was there any odd symbols in the area?
no
Kind of like
need
how
for
those.
in the area.
Yeah.
He will open up the coat of one of them and show you the same 7-pointed star on their chest.
It was Snapples.
Karjeth will look to Cece and let her know that's another one of them.
Oh no.
previously, this could be a crazy assault, but clearly it's linked somehow.
Any idea on who did this?
Well, it's possible that Grace Sevilla could have done it, but he seemed to have been tied up, and he's currently at a sanatorium.
Is that the deranged man you mentioned?
Yes,
I think we'd like to speak with him, if we can.
right. You are welcome to try, but Grace is a bit off his rocker. You probably shouldn't expect much. I can get you a letter of introduction to Hob if you'd like.
Along with the location of this barn, I think we'd like to examine it ourselves as well.
Right. I can let you know that post haste.
Much appreciated.
Harzarath, did you read the note out loud?
He would have read it out loud to her, yes.
Okay. Who in this town traditionally are considered lords and ladies? Where I'm from, that's not common titles. So I'm a little uncertain of how those titles traditionally get distributed.
Well, I suppose there aren't exactly lords and ladies here. There are a few few nobles, but we have thought of this as well, and Valdemar's, Scarnetti's, Deverin's, and what is left of the Kaijitsus, at least from our investigation, did not seem to have much to do with this.
All right. Well, it's the step forward. This is definitely very interesting information. When can we expect the introductory letter?
I will get it to you in the morning.
Okay.
As well as the information on location.
Wonderful. And what can we do to help organize and sync up patrols?
As in assist or
Well,
help the
assist.
patrols themselves?
Both. Assist in plotting the most accurate routes, making sure that the teams overlap each other but don't consistently run into each other. Offering our fair share of assistance at being part of patrols as well. Maybe getting on key locations that we think probably need at least a once over, at least a twice over versus just a once over. Things of that nature.
Right. You would be welcome to provide information or patrol areas yourself. But the patrol routes and times are handled already.
And that's the problem. If they're already handled, they are already distributed, and they're already set, that gives the attacker a chance to work around those. If anything, we should take advantage and change it immediately.
I will make sure that's in order.
Good. Well, let's... I don't
I
have
would
any other
say-
questions.
We could also attempt to confuse said attacker as well by keeping some of them the same and others sporadic. Like changing up a portion of them while keeping another portion the same to make them think that it's still the same schedule.
That's true. I would say give them more skilled the change in pattern, because they'll be more likely to be able to handle themselves if the situation does arise.
We'll keep perimeter patrols running as is, but we will change up centralized patrols.
Wonderful. I don't have any additional questions. Do you, Karzareth?
Not at the moment.
All right. All right. I suppose I will. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yes,
You
we'll see you
should-
tomorrow.
Probably get some sleep, as should I.
Back to town noises.
Back to town
Mhm.
noises.
Shall we head back to the inn? The others may be back by then.
Yes, let's.
All right.
Off to the
Um,
inn we go.
Yes. As you three are making your own patrol
Way downtown. Sorry.
up and around River Street. Whoa. Whoa.
Well,
Almost stretched you guys out.
Whoa, man. I think we were going down Festival Street, weren't we?
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was bink, bonk, boonk, flop, lip, 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 flop.
Hopefully enough so that we get a random encounter.
Mm.
Yeah, the random encounter is Jesus, the taco truck vendor that Artanis saw with his 35 perception.
Nice.
You can make another perception check for Festival Street.
Cool beans.
natural 20 for 37. Jesus.
Plus
He
3.
knows exactly
Hey,
what on the menu.
40. It's a fucking 40. He knows what's
fucking
for breakfast tomorrow at the inn, guys. Jesus.
I
The
look up
chicken
and I
laid a
see-
new egg.
Right.
I look up and I see 6 people looking at strange screens, looking at an audience online.
No, don't look.
And then your
Not
character
wearing any pants.
immediately dies because they saw what should not be seen.
They saw too much.
They
Can we
broke
roll-
the veil.
Can we roll perceptions for Main Street as well?
Yeah.
Do.
Kazra, stick with the party.
I'm like,
No.
Ed-
No, I will be free.
I'm like,
I'm not
Dedrin, do you
even-
see that giant blue rolling dice, or is that just me?
That's just a cloud, Artanis.
Can-
Oh,
See
do you have
see
3D
beyond the fourth
dice? Is
wall.
that why it's taking so long?
Actually, yeah, that would make sense why it's hesitant to post.
Oh, yeah. Do you need me to turn that off?
I mean, you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
If
It
you
just
like
answers
it.
that question.
Yeah,
Just
it
explains-
gets there immediate or eventually, you know. So no worries.
Okay.
Can I also do this while I'm walking?
Of course.
Blip, blip.
I have a
Blip,
feeling
blip.
that this is going to be like the 5th session in a row where I don't shoot something. I got a feeling, guys.
Yeah, now that I got this sword, I get to look at it, and my
You
perception
just
wasn't
get to
even good that
admire
time.
it.
I didn't even perceive it very well with that last perception check.
You didn't perceive it because you were so busy staring at your reflection. Sword.
Right?
That's a handsome looking man in that sword.
Yep. Sharp teeth, demonic face, and all.
Who's that handsome devil? Oh, literally.
That's me. Point at it.
Literally, a handsome devil.
Yeah, indeed. Actually, I'm demon. I'm descended from demons.
Well, Artanis, as you make your patrol through Festival Street, you is maybe 11 at this point.
Okay.
Most things are quite silent in the area. However, you do hear chatter within various residential homes. Mostly just nonsense or
Sex noises.
you do hear that one. Or personal dealings that families are discussing.
Sure.
However, you are pretty certain that above, below, around anything that would have been going on suspicious, you've cleared Festival Street, and the rest of you agree. Well, Dedrin, you decently agree. Vare, you agree because you're not paying attention.
Roger, Roger.
Pretty much.
I guess in
Cease-
character, Dedrin
Yeah.
would be like, this street looks pretty clear, and I probably just won't raise any protest. He's right.
Yeah. CC and Karzarath, well, CC listening out, Karzarath looking around. CC, you hear a dog barking in the distance. Man, why do dogs have to bark at night? Gosh.
The thought I just had is we should just nickname ourselves Eyes and Ears.
Isn't he? That's their code names.
Yep.
And Karzarath, as you are looking around, it doesn't seem to be too much for you either.
mention the dog and I point in the direction.
Karsrath, you notice immediately because the barking is still continuing.
Hmm. Let's
Yeah.
like part of me is considering we should look into it just to make sure it's nothing and just a dog just being a dog.
I agree. Let's go make sure it's a dog being a dog.
Okay. I would say you would be able to make a knowledge local or knowledge nature check if you would like to from here.
Knowledge local.
I have nature.
Okay, so you do nature, I can do local.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And,
Damn it!
Nope.
It's barking really loud. Way too loud.
Cece, you've heard of dogs before. And that's it. Karzarath, you are realizing you've never really considered in all your time in how the dog barks sound, and now that you're thinking about it, you can't really tell if it's suspicious or commonplace.
I think it would be a good idea to go check. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah, that was still my thought. Like, if I'm not entirely sure if it's commonplace or not, a dog barking could lead to something. Who knows?
Well, it
Right,
also might hurt if we try to pet it, so be cautious.
The two of you hear the sound in, like, this direction. So, northeast. There's the compass rose. Yeah, northeast.
Hit the dog!
Do the dog!
Um,
And I will follow Karzarath wherever he leads me, and I will keep us going in the direction of barking dog.
of course. Okay, well, the two of you make your way back up Main Street, down Tower Street, and onto High Street, and this is where the dog is located, and we'll have to cut back to that.
No! No, you cut me off of my pets!
Denied the doggo.
That's
Racist.
right.
So rude.
The
So
DM
rude.
said no doggo, and that's how it flew.
Alright, I will
now.
patiently wait my turn to pet the doggo.
So, Dedrin, Artanis, and Vare are making their way onto the boardwalk. If I could get a perception for the boardwalk and Hook/Rum Street. Hey, Dedrin.
Natural 20.
Now you
Nice.
matched Artanis.
Beat him by 3, even.
Oh, I get +3.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Duh. I forgot.
No, of course. Vare, you've decided that perhaps blinding yourself with moonlight isn't the best idea right now, and you start taking a look around you for the time being.
I'm like, well, might as well take a look around.
Might as
Sword's not
well.
doing anything.
You see people starting to leave as you look across to your Pride and Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not Pride and Joy, but your
Right.
glory at the Hagfish. See some people leaving, couple remaining. See a nice fish market right here. That'd be a nice place to come by in the day.
Grab some fish.
Yeah.
I'm feeling greedy for some fish. And I say it a little bit louder. I'm feeling greedy. Just kidding. Yeah. I will make a
Greed, you
note of
say?
that. I like fish a whole lot, so I will come here and get lunch.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Fun fish stuff.
Dedrin and Artanis, as you are making your way along the boardwalk, you take a look across to the bluff, where you see a bit of activity in the windows of this house right here. It looks like there is, while you can't hear anything, it looks like there is perhaps an argument going on. To what end? It's hard to say, but yeah, you managed to pick that up from across Sandpoint Harbor.
And this is one of the other noble houses, right? This was Homeboy Scarnetti.
48 is Scarnetti, 47 is a different one,
Okay.
because none of you are locals.
Are either of us able to like make out who's saying the words, or do we just hear them?
Well, you see in or slightly in window frames a man and a woman.
Oh, okay. So like I guess more to the point, if we met them later, would Dedrin and I recognize them?
It might take a bit of thinking about, but theoretically, yes.
Okay, got it.
And you make your way up Hook Street and Rum Street to the Sandpoint Bridge. You walk past two town guards who are patrolling the other direction on Rum Street. They don't really pay you much mind. They take a look, but then they keep doing their duty. You guys aren't doing anything besides walking.
Well, I think what's our last stop, gang? We decided it was the tavern, right? We'd do our patrols. We stop at the tavern.
I
Yep.
believe so. Then
It's getting late.
Tacos, Giant Dice, and Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah, tacos. Our tennis off the fourth wall, and
Muscles.
relationship issues. So I think that's a good night of patrolling.
Of sleuthing.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Alright, you make your way up Market Street and into the Rusty Dragon.
Okay.
Back to CC and Karzarath.
I'll go.
It's doggo
Um,
time.
It seems like this building here has a fence around it, and there is a... This is where the barking is coming from. Next to Soggy Alley. Oh, love that.
Great imagery there. Just
Excellent.
spot
At
on.
least it's not moist alley.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, that's Soggy Alley. Excellent.
Anything going on outside of the barking?
Wouldn't you like to know, blind
Yes,
girl?
may I make a perception?
Yeah, you can. Oh, alright. You do hear a dog barking vigorously, and you catch a flick of silver as you look up in a nearby tree and indeed catch the chittering sounds of a squirrel taunting the dog back.
Hmm.
Karsrath, what is it? Did we find him?
Not unless it's the killer's a squirrel.
Twist.
That is not what I think we were looking for. Oh boy.
Well,
Well-
it was worth a look to be safe.
Yeah. What's going to be the easiest way for us to get back to the inn?
Would that be knowledge local?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right. You would probably know about the streets and alleys, and
Mm-hmm.
probably mingle your way around to like through here and down here and into this little nook and around here, and yeah, it doesn't take you too long to get. There we go. It went away. It doesn't.
Uh-oh.
It wouldn't take you too long to get back to the Rusty Dragon, which you do, and
Yay,
step
we're back.
inside to the site. Well, for one of you, of your three companions. There.
Welcome back.
Ruff gives a nod.
Hey, you all made it back. Did you discover anything?
No, nothing of note.
Hmm.
You?
As a matter of fact,
Yeah, we discovered that this wasn't the first murder that was done recently. It was actually the second. And
we
the
should
second
probably
one,
take this conversation upstairs so we don't have any eavesdroppers.
That's a good
yes,
point.
good point.
This does seem like interesting information, though.
I guess I'll come along, bring my beer.
Just
Pretend
begrudgingly standing. You're like, oh god, I have to move again.
Hey, fearful public people. I guess there have been other murders.
Hey, did you know about those murders that were done that we're not supposed to talk about? Just kidding. All right,
Okay, so
on
do
we
we just
go.
pile into someone's room?
Oh well,
Okay.
in that case, how big are these rooms? If they're too small, I'll just watch the door, I guess.
Doors of the inn?
No, the how big are the rooms?
Oh, sorry, my mind blanked.
No worries.
You all should be able to fit in. They're not tiny.
Okay, cool.
Once
I
everyone
can't-
else is in the room, Karjak looks down the hall both ways before closing the door.
And then I'm gonna send Athena out to just like rest on the roof outside of the window.
Good.
All right. So what did you find out?
So there's 3 bodies, and the guards have taken into custody a man they called Deranged. We scheduled a potential meetup with him, or to rather get the permission to meet him, along with the location of the victims who were murdered, who seem to be a few con men. Karzarth will pull the note out and pass it to one of the others, whoever takes it first.
I'd imagine Dedrin would swipe that.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
same.
I'm just letting him
You go
have a
yoink.
chance to speak up.
Yep. Seriously, just sitting next to the door, kind of listening out.
Okay.
You good?
I don't even know what to speak up about. I was listening to that explanation, and I'll be real with you. I'm sorry, but I didn't understand a word you said, homie.
Oh,
That explanation was so all over the place.
oh,
You were handed a note that is basically that.
Yep. Basically, 3 bodies, barn where murder happened, and deranged man taken into custody.
Oh, and a
There you
tattoo
go,
on
seeing
one of
as
the
it
guy's
is-
chest.
Now that it is shared,
Who it is?
And as mentioned, the same symbol.
interesting. And what of your contact? Did you learn anything from I never got introduced to your other friend.
Oh, yes. So he was able to take us to a rather delightful yet a little possibly
Spooky?
deranged gentleman who was able to fill us in on what the symbol is and how it relates to, well, these. And I will explain what the symbol was, and I will show everybody the page with the runes on them, and I will point to, oh gosh, which one was it? Did I come here with pride? With the symbol for pride, Dieter?
you came here with this symbol of wrath.
With wrath. That's right. So I was sent here by the gods in relation to this symbol, and I will pull out my my little inkwell and my pen, and I will redraw on a like in the corner of one of my blank pieces of paper. I will draw the symbol, which matches wrath symbol.
Okay. So all these symbols, what do they mean? Like, what do they have to do with this 7-pointed star?
You talk.
Sorry. Well, the group was essentially all about these symbols and about runes and the powers that they had. So the gentleman we spoke to seems to be under the impression that this old society, once thought long dead, is actually still alive and is now making a return.
Okay. So these runes are from an. It sounds like a cult.
There's some truth behind the runes. The gods are the ones that showed me, not some weird cult.
Oh, okay. And do the runes mean anything that we know, or are they just random etchings?
Well, I'm not really too sure what particular order they're in, but the one that I was presented with was the rune of uh, what is classically known as wrath, but
Okay.
is also considered a virtue of righteous anger.
Okay, so going along that pattern, the rest of these runes are what, the other virtues and vices?
Yes. My apologies for not being able to answer which ones are in more detail, but Karzarath can point them out, and I will start listing off them in order as probably Karzarath follows to point out which one is which.
I would do my best, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it would seem like that the murder at the logging area fits the lust, because weren't they banging?
That's the story we received, yes. It was a midnight tryst or rendezvous of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
They were killed then.
Looks like we got a motive.
This note seems to follow the virtue and vice of, what is it, greed?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Agreed.
mean,
Do
did
we
they
think
find
there's
it?
a pattern? Oh, sorry.
Did they find any marks at this other murder you were talking about?
The first one, the 7-pointed star, was on the body as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's just that the actual labels aren't there, but if I were to try to make some form of correlation, whoever this is killing those that they feel fit within the description of each of these and leaving their markings. However, in that same vein, those people could have fought for wealth but been very greedy. But I really feel like the ultimate target for something like that would be the person that sent them.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
all three had the star. Sorry.
do you recall if both the guy and the girl had the 7-pointed star written on them or etched into them?
You may. Anyone who was around Cassandra's body may make a history check. There's no history.
Pretty
I guess there is knowledge history, but intelligence, I
Knowledge
suppose.
local, maybe?
Local history or just straight intelligence is fine.
Okay, that's not a bad roll. Oh, yeah.
It looks like that could be either greed or envy.
Okay. Well, Artanis and Dedrin, you both recall the body being quite torn and chopped up. However, no, it doesn't seem like anywhere on Katrine. That's what it was. Katrine's body. There doesn't seem to be the Sihedron rune on there.
Okay, that's what I remembered. Interesting. Could be something, could be not, but either way, it does appear that these murders follow a pattern of sorts.
What if we investigate this barn?
That was the plan, was to take a look at the barn
See if anything was left behind.
Okay.
and to try to talk to the man who was deranged.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have a new lead. Was there anything else, or is that all you have to report?
And didn't you guys find some sort of potion in the river or the creek or whatever the hell that is?
Yes, Cece has that. I'm not sure what it is myself.
I imagine if we took that to a magical someone that could identify a magic item, then we might find something out about that. Do you think so? Do you think so, Cece? Or do you have any way to identify it?
That might be something for the morning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Try.
Most definitely. But I'm just putting that out there.
I could try. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Is that something
Well-
I could roll for, Dieter?
For knowledge of
Yeah,
like
for-
what it is.
Yeah, for knowledge of what it is.
Best I can give you is knowledge arcana.
Don't have that. I have spellcraft though.
Hmm,
I don't know
that's
if I could
true.
figure it out with that.
One second. Let me go to the skills list and see what our spellcraft can do.
Just says intel. If I click on it.
Identify the properties of a magic item using detect magic. 15 plus items cast. Okay. Yeah, you would be able to use spellcraft.
In conjunction with detect magic.
Yes, in conjunction with detect magic.
I mean, I could try to figure it out before we take it to somebody else. I feel like the last time I had something and I gave it to somebody, I kind of got
100%.
screwed.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, 100%. And
Well,
by the way,
that's
have
the
you
plan.
have you gone by the blacksmith for your new weapon?
No, he's supposed to have it tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm excited.
me too.
Yes. Did you get yours?
Yeah.
You got yours?
Mm-hmm.
Can I feel it? And I will stick my hands out in a crowded room of people for a giant greatsword that I will not be able to hold on my own.
Okay. So I will
Roll
take.
to avoid getting cut.
No,
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 I'm
no,
kidding.
no, no. I'm gonna move her hand so she's not gonna get cut. And
I just meant with the initial like shove out of her arms.
right. Like yeah. Oh, there went my arms. At any rate, so I'll let her touch it.
We need to work on our phrasing.
I'm sorry, but it's true. I mean, it's easy. It's concise. I assist her so she doesn't get hurt when she touches my sword.
I can't give any
Alright.
commentary.
Alright,
I don't know what you perverts are talking about.
The sword is
Feeling up.
exceptionally smooth.
feeling up Vera's sword notwithstanding, are there any other points of interest that anyone would like to bring up?
I said my thing about the potion.
Other than searching the barn,
And talking to the crazy.
yeah, I mean, yeah, basically.
Well, there is one more thing. And Cece will settle back down. One of the things that was mentioned to us by the individual that we spoke to who gave us these runes, and told us about the cult, is that they used to have the pile of essentially rubble that's on the outskirts of town that people think used to be a lighthouse actually used to be a war tower. So I feel like that would be a good place to explore as well. But if it's a highly active area, I would be very cautious, and I don't think splitting up is the most efficient way to go there.
where you want to split up?
No. No, not at all. I don't want us to split up when we go there.
Okay, I heard split up, and I was immediately like, "Wait, you actually want us to?"
All right, so it seems like we have a schedule for tomorrow. Is that a good summarization of today's findings?
Oh, we also found a dog that was having a fight with a squirrel. I don't know how relevant that is, but I will share it.
Not at all.
Well, have you guys visited Jesus' taco wagon?
Jesus.
Oh, is it a foreign name? Jesus. Jesus' taco wagon. Apparently he's just really good ingredients.
Ooh.
There's a pretty good fish down a piece down the road.
Wonderful. We have plans for breakfast. We'll meet downstairs. We have plans for lunch. We'll go to the fish place. And then for dinner, we'll track down Mr. Jesus and get some tacos. Good. We have plans of actions of what we're doing tomorrow and where we're eating. I would say this was a pretty successful night.
Excellent. All right. It's late. Shall we turn in and reconvene downstairs? Upon waking.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'll buy a round. If anybody wants to drink with me.
I suppose I could have a cup of tea before bed.
Buy a round for yourself.
Yeah.
How sad.
I'll drink for everyone.
I mean, I got plenty of rounds to go around. You just I might not be alive after.
What are we getting into some Russian roulette?
Yeah, man, I got plenty of rounds of ammunition.
I don't know what that means.
That is not a game I will play, but I will sit in the corner and listen.
That's a crazy.
No, I meant I shoot you in the face.
I said I don't want to play.
That's a crazy thing at your hip there. What the hell is that anyways? I've never seen one of those.
I'll be honest. I think with the second everyone was like, "All right, conversation's over," like none of that would have happened. Gedrin would have been in his room already.
That makes sense.
Fair.
Well, seeing as you are bedding rest in a safe location, I can hand out a meager supply of 400 XP to each person.
Ooh.
XP!
So close to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so
I
let's
forgot
see
where
here.
the XP tracker is on here. There it is!
Additional top right.
So
400.
adding. So am I right? We're at 5.7k.
Nope.
Okay, so where are we at now?
I have 9473.
9473. All right. Okay.
I could be very wrong, but that is the number I have.
Okay.
No, CC is on track.
Yay!
9473 total is what we got.
Correct.
Okay. Math time.
We got 400.
And
Yeah.
you just got 400.
Yeah,
All right,
9473 includes the 400.
Okay.
Well, me and Artanis have different numbers than y'all.
Yeah, we're at 8,400.
It's possible that I have less than them then.
No, you three are currently
Ah.
in line.
Okay. Groovy.
Because of roster changes.
All right. Wake up routines?
As soon as I get into my room, I would like to cast Detect Magic and do my spell spellcraft roll to see if I can figure out what that bottle is.
Go ahead.
16.
16. All right. Well, after casting Detect Magic, you are able to, in a way, see the bottle in front of you. It gives off a faint transmutation. However, when it comes to the spellcraft, you can't seem to quite understand what this substance is.
Okay.
Did we hear something about an alchemist? I could be wrong.
What kind of hearing?
I mean,
Like just that they exist?
I mean, like there might be one around.
We were talking about Full Metal earlier.
Oh, that could have been it.
That's true. Let me check.
Yeah, it probably was that, to be honest.
Alchemy. There are alchemists. But, the success jingle?
Yeah.
Good. Well, the night goes on eventfully, of course. And morning routines. Are not up to me.
Just eating one of my halfling rations.
Yes.
I am downstairs having my morning cup of tea and probably make a couple pieces of toast.
Delicious.
Probably.
I would.
If I'm awake before Vera is, then I would try to get him to come to my table. But if he's awake before I am, I will sit down by him.
Initiative.
Roll for eating first. Nom, 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 nom.
Who wakes up first?
I'd probably
Plus
be down
2.
there with them waiting for Dedrin, depending on
Oh,
who woke up. Well,
up
you woke up
early
first.
as fuck.
But yeah, I'd be down there. Probably putting something on Dedrin's tab, like, I don't know, orange juice or something.
Right.
Dedrin will be down there with a cup of Joe.
First thing Vera would actually do is go brush Hope. Say hello.
Great.
Yeah. It's nice.
All right. Well, as you are all downstairs and having wonderful breakfast and such, Bilor will come in, find your group. He knows you're here.
He knows where we live.
And there are a couple pieces of rolled up parchment in his hand as he approaches. His demeanor does not seem to be anxious in any capacity. Merely on job. On task.
Okay. I guess I'll pat an empty spot next to me and just gesture him over.
You see and probably hear him sigh as he takes seat next to you, giving a side eye to your necklace and then away.
That's fair.
All right. To be clear, Artanis, you and everyone are sitting together. You're not like off on your own, right?
Right. Yeah.
Great. Just clarifying. Just clarifying. Start speaking to an entire party, and only one of you are there. Here is and he puts a half-folded sheet down in the middle of the table. This is that introductory letter I talked about. This will help you get into the sanatorium. And he will pull out a rudimentary map. I will draw you all down here. He will point out Sandpoint and down Lost Coast Road, just a little off of its little off the trail is the Bradley Farm. But if you head down further next to the Ashen Rise, you will this is where Graced is currently being held. And being helped, I would hope. Anyway, that is the information we have available. Bradley Farm is there, off the Cougar Creek and just off the road, and Habe's Sanatorium is down a bit further.
Sounds charming.
How long of a travel is that?
That's a great question. Well, getting to Thistletop was 2 hours? Walk, I believe. So I don't know why they don't give me this information. This would be so helpful. Yeah, 2 hours by foot to get to Thistletop. And maybe roughly half an hour to get to the Bradley Farm. And then another hour to get to the sanatorium.
That's actually not too bad. Do you want to make a day trip out of it then?
It is an additional lead we have. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Are there any warnings or advice you'd give us traveling down there?
Oh, not really. Stay on the path. Most things don't bother you there, but if they do, they're more nuisances than anything else.
Oh, great. No danger. That's great.
I didn't say no danger. Just,
Oh, good. Well,
I
now
see.
you're getting my hopes up.
Well, and he, looking at your shiny new sword, try to stay a little bit off of the path, he says in a not at all convincing voice.
All right. Well, it seems like, among other things, this seems like a very promising lead. So
I agree.
I suppose we should just finish up our breakfast routine here and be on our way.
How were the patrols last night?
Hmm?
How were the patrols last night? Did anyone
Uh,
discover anything?
The men are getting used to it, but, aside some ruffians and drunkards who were not used to patrol being in certain locations, we were clear last night.
Okay, that's good. Well, I have a topic of interest to bring up, but here in public is probably not the best place to do that. So when we are on the road, we will discuss this. Thank you for your visit, Sheriff. My point of interest is for my party at this moment. So, thank you for the information.
Right. Yes. I will let you be on your way, and I will consider continue to consider the information given. And he pushes his chair out and makes his exit, or however you're supposed to say that.
That's it. You got it.
Oh, great.
So yeah, we're headed to Habe's or Habe.
Yep. Aaron Habe.
Aaron Habe.
All
His
right.
sanatorium.
Next up.
Crazy town. This should be interesting.
So
Should be
I'm
very
guessing,
interesting indeed.
I'm guessing I'm gonna just get my stuff packed and sit in the wagon, waiting for the driver to take me places.
Is there like a cart on it?
It's basically a wagon, and the wagon portion of it is just a giant cage.
Oh,
It's true.
right.
That's true.
So, I guess I will. I suppose I'll ride my horse. Anybody want to ride shotgun?
Arsarath could probably fit, but I can't.
All right.
Ouch.
It's a pretty big horse, but I mean,
No,
Go.
am I right about that, DM? He's a big dude. I am a full-size person. Karzarath is not.
big horse.
I
Really
don't
big
think
horse.
wyverns are particularly small.
I'm categorized as medium.
So y'all are both medium-ass people.
Yeah. I mean, I think
4'6", 85 pounds.
Karzarath's 85.
I'm just imagining if Karzarath and or Vare would be okay with Cece possibly riding shotgun next to Dedrin as the only alternative.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't think she'll fit, like, that's fine.
Well, I don't know. Out of character, I don't know. If I can sit
I
on
believe you have ridden on Hope with me before.
there. Have I?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if I've done it before, then I retcon that I would totally get on the horse with you, like without
For sure.
question.
No worries.
I'm like, yeah.
Like
Cars Wrath can
I'm
fly.
like, okay,
That was
I
quick to resolve.
remember you riding on there before, but
Sorry, I do not.
No.
I do not
It's
at
all
all. Like that is
Right,
gone from
it's
my
been a
brain for
while.
some reason.
It's been a while. It was before the break.
Which means Karzarath would probably be riding
No, it wasn't.
shotgun with Dedrin on the wagon. He won't let me. He probably won't let you touch the cage, but he'd probably let you ride on the wagon as you know.
He can walk.
He can walk.
He can fly.
Oh, can he? I forgot about
He
that.
can fly, but not as fast as our horses.
I mean, how much does a horse cost?
Nothing. A couple of handle animal checks. Why? Why do you ask?
Cars Wrath's like, be right back. I'm gonna go procure a horse.
Right.
I don't have a handle animal. In fact, I've got a -1 in that. So
A shame. I pumped it with points.
I have a 4. I could
think
go
mine's
try to
like
get
a
you
7.
a friend.
And I could help you. I mean, +7 handle animal. I could maybe.
You
we
just
find
get yourself a
wild
second horse by
horses.
accident.
Let's put the game on hold while we go rustle up wild horses.
Speaking of putting the game on hold, would everyone like a break right about now? I'm going to say there's a break.
Okay.
All right.
Break
Sounds
it
like
is.
a
10-minute-ish.
For shizzle.
Sounds good. Be back
right.
in 10.
All right. We are back without a Dedrin. Some personal stuff. However, as you all set up and probably have Hope doing triple duty, make your way out of Sandpoint and along the Lost Coast Road.
There we are. I was like, I can't find us.
Ah,
Ah.
ah. I will have one or two of you taking lookout for this first stretch of the journey to Bradley Barn.
Ah,
Oh, can we only pick one stretch per?
No, not necessarily.
Oh. Okay, well, I have nothing better to do in the cage.
Yeah, really, you're being safe in that cage anyway, so 31 and 19.
I just
All right.
imagine he's singing show tunes.
Okay, so you head out, and are you at on foot pace, or are you keeping a little bit up?
Dedrin would be at full speed, at cruising speed for the wagon.
Okay,
Artanis would be watching Karzarath,
right.
either trying to fly along or walking next to the wagon.
Yeah, Karzarath is a medium, but is quite stout for a medium.
Okay.
I would say it's all right to have the three of you on Hope.
Nice.
How does travel speed affect things? I really should have looked this up during the break.
Travel speed?
Yeah. Because you're not going slow. I'd say about average in that case. Movement. Overland, yeah, that's what I want. Okay. I don't think it'll affect it too much. So that's all right. If you were especially if you were rushing, that would perhaps be an issue. But as you were going at an average pace, it actually would drop the travel time versus if you were on foot. Maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. Either way, as you are making your way around the mountains, or along the crags here. You pass a little tributary of the Sandpoint Gulf. Make your way a little further. Quite beautiful out here. Sun in the sky. A few clouds, but nothing to break up the sun. As you are about to make your way around the bend, however, Artanis, a bit before, you hear a bit of rumbling coming from the rocky hills.
Contact. I hear something up on the rocks.
Right, and
I'm gonna signal to Ver that there's something up there.
Okay, I'm gonna look at where he's pointing to. Do I see anything?
well, as you all are, well, as you four are watching,
What?
you see, and I suppose for you here, some high-pitched hollers as you watch from around some of the boulders, two goblins running out from running out into the open and loosely your direction, but they are looking behind them. And not but a moment later, charges out four rough-looking boars with brackish green blood on their tusks as they are chasing these goblins.
Are they coming towards us?
Loosely in your direction, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off Hope. Everybody else can stay on there if they want, or they can come off. None of my business, but I'm gonna defend, get my sword out in case these boars want a piece.
I will draw my bow.
In that case, I think we can get initiative from everyone, and that this is a
Desmond,
good sound.
Should we engage this? And waste my bullets on stupid pigs? No, Artanis, take care of it.
That sounds about right. He may use a couple bullets in time, but we'll just sort of have him do a
We're in
pass
Chicago.
action, a pass full round action on his turn for now.
Making us wait. I respect it.
Restriction level 3. Go hit them with your newspaper, Artanis.
This just sounds like a good way to get lunch.
Okay, so we're looking at initiative. It is 2. I remembered correctly.
Karzeth would also let Cece know that there's a bunch of boars chasing a couple goblins.
I'm getting off my horse.
I just feel a gigantic
I'm-
weight behind me, and Hope is probably like.
She's like, just like, "Whoop." Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's a little bit less happy, but I'm gonna hook her up when we get back with some nice food, and we're gonna
forgot
figure
to
out how to
click the
get you
nice
guys
thingy.
some horses.
So I don't know what you want to do about that, Dieter.
Hmm?
I forgot to click on my little token before
Oh,
rolling initiative.
You
but...
can give yourself the first one.
Okay. So, do I just change the number?
am at 4.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it let me change it?
Dedrin gets to pass first.
Well, it's a funky little tune.
Or hunting.
Oh yeah, there's a question from Cece in the chat there.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That would have been a morning duty. You would have gotten your sword. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Yay! Oh, yay, God! We'll stat it
Right.
out later. I just wanted her to have it as her walking cane. So,
Right, yes.
so we'll stat it out later. Thank you. Thank you.
I
So
mean,
happy.
yeah. I'm gonna stick near Cece.
So there's that. They get their initiative, and then
My sword flashes in the sun. A big ass grin on my face. And now I'm killed by boars.
You got a nice sword. It's gonna look really
Right.
good on your body when we bury you.
Right. Well, no, you can sell it. Sell it all.
they don't sell it at all.
Hmm. That's too bad.
How is it so hard to find a boar asset? Whatever. Sure, let's work with this. Whoa, Tobig. This will not. This will be more theater of the mind. I just tokens out for initiative.
No problem.
For sure. No worries.
For sure.
The theater of the mind is how we did it back in the day.
Of course, of course.
Before Roll20's beautifulness. Or at
I
least
still
it-
prefer at the table.
Oh well, yeah.
Gotta love my dry erase flip mats.
And actual dice.
Oh yes.
Kitty claps.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Been quite a drought for me. But at least I got online.
the goblins going first and not realizing the direction they are going to run, which I believe they are allowed to do ×4. And they make their way
They have the wrong feet.
120 feet, noticing pretty much at the end of this run that they are about 30 feet away from a party of travelers and not really sure what to do about it.
And there's a crazy guy with glowing armor and sword.
Yeah, Dedrin looking around. Ugh. Artanis.
If I want to talk to the goblins, is that an action or is that like a free?
I guess it depends on what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna warn the goblins in Goblin. If you know what's good for you, you're gonna turn and fight and not come any closer to this guy.
All right,
And I'm gonna point at Dedrin.
I wouldn't call that a swift action because there's purpose behind it, but I can't justify using a standard action, so we'll call that a alternative move action to do that, and go ahead and roll like diplomacy or intimidation.
Okay. Diplomacy or intimidation. Yep, I'll do this one. Okay, not that scary.
Yeah, they get a little confused that there's a long shank speaking to them, but Otherwise, it doesn't seem to be too effective. You still have your standard action.
Okay. I guess I'll kind of scoot forward with Theater of the Mind, 5-foot movement, and I will prepare to swing at any boar or goblin if they look like they're actually trying to rush us. That gets within range.
Right. Okay. Sounds good. Karzarath.
Okay. Let's see. We're going to take a shot at one of the boars.
Okay, they are currently about 150, 160 feet away. So, what is your range? Oh, what is a short bow's range?
I think it's like 60 feet.
60
wrong.
feet. Okay, so 120 to 180. So it would be a -4, I believe. Is it -2 for each range increment?
Short bow, Pathfinder.
I know
just-
that
I'm just
it's
looking
like
that up
minus
to-
something for.
Yeah, I think it's -2 for every 10 feet.
I'm gonna go with following increments. So like up to 60 feet is regular, then 120 is -2.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
go with
60
that
feet.
until we decipher whatever it truly is. So being about 150, 60 feet away, that's gonna be -4, but you are welcome to fire away.
Nope.
Ooh, a
Essentially, it's a
5.
warning shot then.
5 is a warning shot. All right. Yeah. Any move action?
You ruled that correctly, just so you know, Dieter.
All right, cool. I thought so.
Beyond this range, the attack takes a cumulative negative each full range increment. Yep.
That's it for my turn.
Okay. So, Cece.
I hear that there's some giant boars and goblins coming our way. I kind of asked down to Bear.
It's at about this point you hear the squealing piggies.
There. I see. Okay, well, go get him, and I will pat Bear on the shoulder and cast guidance, and
He
steer
grins.
Hope away from off the path, and just kind of
I'll,
off to the side a little bit.
Can I do animal handling to? Since she's trained and since I've pretty much befriended her, can I just have her pat her in the way I want her to go and get away? Jeff?
Yes, that would be fine.
And, you do have animal handling though, so if you wanted to, I think I could take care of it though. And yeah.
Yep,
So-
that is the extent of my turn. I gave guidance, and I'm getting the hell out of the way.
Right.
Alright.
With
Uh,
my horse.
With the
So
horse.
that-
On the horse.
That's nice that somebody can tend to her.
The group of boars charge their way up, and I guess if they do that, nope. So even that, they would not be able to reach. So they too are making their way over, using their turn. There, the boars have just caught up to the goblins who are looking you all.
I am. Oh, so are they in striking distance?
I would say the boars are 35 to 40.
And how far away are they from me?
That was the distance. They're right up against the goblins.
Oh, yeah, they're in striking distance of the goblins.
Yeah, they're
Sorry, guys. Looks like
Yeah.
we're gonna be 2 green boys down in another couple turns. But I guess I'll just I know there's no way I'm gonna save these guys, and so I'm just gonna start walking over towards the boars. I'll walk my
Okay.
speed. I think it's like 20 with heavy armor. I've got
Okay.
a light load, so
You could do a charge. I think that would get you 40 feet, and that would be enough to get you to at least one of them. But
Well,
you
hell.
understand the effects of a charge. Minus 2 AC.
Minus 2 AC. You see, I just don't get too heroic when there's goblins involved. So I'm walking 20 feet.
Okay. So Ver is about halfway, sort of a little past halfway between you and the goblin. Artanis has stepped out a little bit. Okay. The goblins are... What are they gonna do? Jesus.
They gotta
22.
run away. Like, didn't somebody convince them to get the hell out of here?
Convince? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Tell them? Sure.
I warned them.
Goblin wisdom. Oh, that's a -1. Well,
Well, they
you
were
make a
running away
9
before.
on a wisdom check, and your intimidation was a 9. Sure. Okay. They will both.
If you, if I could retcon in an intimidation check. If not, that's fine.
A little late.
Yep. Understandable.
Yeah. Okay, another check to know if they withdraw or just... Oh, no way. They, both of them sprint away along either direction, both directions of the party. Which is going to give, let's say, 2 of the boars attacks of opportunity.
Mhm.
The other 2 are just behind the pack.
Full action retreat. I mean, yeah.
Well, that is a 14 and 15 to hit, which for their sprinting, stupidly, does hit.
Oof. See you later,
Both of the
guys.
goblins.
See you later, gobos.
I told them.
Yep, you did in their own language.
Oh, yeah, that's 1 down.
No, the boars are gonna.
And the other down. Yeah. Both of the goblins are slain as they get skewered by the boars.
And I am surprised. No.
Dedrin watches in apathy. Maybe a tiny twinge in his corrupt heart. Artanis.
So, I talked to the boars. I'm just kidding. Okay. So, they're maybe like 25 feet away from me at this point. The boars, roughly.
From you, I'd say 30 feet to 2 boars and 35 feet to the other 2.
Okay. So I'm gonna advance 25,
Okay.
and I am going to slap the closest boar, and try to make a big, loud ruckus about it to see if maybe I can convince them to run away.
Oh, so you've got a 5-foot gap in between you and just gonna like...
Oh no, I'm still gonna slap it.
Oh, okay. So you do take 30 feet movement.
Oh yes, sorry.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Rah, there's newspaper.
Oh,
Why did it roll 2? That's weird.
well, I'm gonna need you to roll a reflex save.
Oh no.
Reflex save.
We really got to get you a short sword, man. What the fuck?
Alright, well, you're totally fine.
Dagger,
But,
something. Fucking newspaper.
In your desire to ward and scare off these boars, you swing wide, and the newspaper kind of folds in a wrong way, and you completely whiff. But you hold your ground. You don't like fall over or anything. So that's good.
Okay. And then I think that's the most I can.
Unless you have any swift or immediates.
Swift or immediates, I don't believe so. So
All
I
right.
think that's it for me.
All right, Karzarath.
Alright, are we closer to the boards? Or...
Oh, much closer.
Oh. Alright, taking a shot. There we go.
Oh, yes.
Okay, 22. That's definitely gonna hit one of the boars. 4 damage. Okay. That arrow chunks into the hide, and it doesn't. It took the damage. It just, CC. Oh.
It was muted, and I just now caught it. Cute.
Oh no.
Oh no, muted. How far away are the goblins that got slain? And are they like dead on the ground, or are they hooked onto the horns?
They got like skewered and tossed 5 or 10 feet away.
Did they get tossed near where I'm at, or farther away?
You don't hear any thumping sounds in your immediate vicinity, no.
I hear thumping sounds within 25 feet of me.
You kind of stood off to the other side, so I would say no.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit outside of that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just taking Hope away from the noise, but still keeping a good ear out for what's going on to see if anybody actually needs help.
Okay. The boars regaining their reaction opportunity attack of opportunity. Got it. Good job, me. 2 of them
Hooray.
go up to Artanis as Artanis is up in front. And 2 stomp over. Well, one of them stomps over the goblin corpse, and 2 of them make their way up to there. So
Hey, buddies. So glad. I should have held an action, but it would have already gone.
Against Artanis is a 16 and a 23.
23 will hit.
Okay. Okay. So you smack one of the boar's tusks away, but the other manages to catch you in the side and does 5 damage, 5 piercing damage.
Splorch.
Meanwhile, the two charging at Ver, which I will give them the charge.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Well, is a charge a +1 or +2? I forgot.
I'm pretty sure +2. I always forget. I think it's +2, but I always fucking forget.
That's all right.
So it is
Combat.
charge Pathfinder.
Charge.
You win.
Okay, it's just a +1.
Okay.
Wait. No, it's a +2 on attack roll.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Okay. So that is unfortunately a 13, but
Sorry, you bro. Pig bro, you about to be bacon.
I say, the other one is a 21.
Oh, so sad for you, Mr. Piggy. You just can't find purchase.
One comes up and gets quite close, but you bat it off to the side. The other grinds off of your armor, and it is your.
Alright, so now. So I'm going to take a swing at it with my greatsword. How's a 22 grab you there, DM?
22 sounds good.
Alright. So let's see.
And so begins the legacy of the Baconator.
Right. I kinda... Oh no, it's a +9 now. Happy and pasta. Ah,
Okay.
only 16 damage.
Alright, you swing your beautiful blade about to catch blood for the first time, and it slices into the boar, cutting, honestly, a large section of its side and part of its rib cage off. It squeals in pain, and doesn't look to be giving up anytime soon, though.
That's fine.
Well, I guess it's a matter of perspective, but it's going to keep trying to fight.
Right. That's what I expect.
Dedrin is still watching at present, though notices that his quarry has taken damage. He may step in if necessary. Artanis, got 2 boars on you.
Very well. What are the rules for fighting defensively again?
If you want to fight defensively, it's I think a -2/+2 thing.
Okay. That sounds good to me. I think
Fighting defensively.
Yeah, I think I will do that in conjunction with Flurry of Blows. So that will be 2 at +6.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make those rolls. The one I'm going to prioritize, the one that tusked me. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
That's an attack. Shit.
Okay, so it's -4 penalty on all attacks in a and a +2 dodge bonus.
Yes.
Okay, well, 25. Still an incredible hit.
And then...
Yeah. No, go ahead.
And then I was gonna go into my second attack.
Yes.
Here we go. There we go.
And a 22 is still also going to hit. And sounds good. You smack this boar, and you are.
Oh, it's also a thrown weapon.
And this is some solid damage. You re-rolled your paper to make sure it didn't fold incorrectly, and smack
dang.
it for 13 total damage.
Nice. That's what's up.
That's a pretty big deal. You managed to get some cracks in its skull, Karzarath.
All right, taking another shot.
Which one you aiming at?
One of the other ones still in the front.
There's. Nice.
So the two around Artanis or the two around Ver?
And the ones around Artanis.
Okay. Do you want to hit the one that you hit before?
Yes.
Okay. 24 is going to hit for 6 piercing. This boar takes that hit. Fairly strongly. They look to be getting worn down, but they still seem quite wild and ferocious.
Good. I counted on that.
I will take the can I hold a move action, or if the boars get close to me that I take off on Hope back the direction we came to get myself some distance?
Sure. If you hear some stomping up to you, you can move.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do. Is I would like to kind of brace myself to turn Hope and take off back in the direction that we came, so that way people won't have trouble finding me, but I'm keeping my distance from the overall fight, because it really doesn't sound like anybody needs me right now.
Right.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so in that case, the two boars on Artanis are going to continue try to get a meal. Unfortunately, that one is only a 7, and this one is only a 15.
I bat them away.
Good. And then on Ver, a 19 and a 22.
Oof. So close.
Uh,
I feel like I hit the first one with my gauntlet and then just backhand the other one. Not enough to do damage, but enough to get him off me.
Exactly. The damaged one comes up and tries to gore you in a purely blind rage, and you are able to gauntlet and swat it away. And the one that is yet unharmed manages to get a tusk into your armor, but you wrestle with it and smack it away, pulling it away from you.
Yeah.
Ver, back to you.
It's my go. So I will do the same thing again to the same one again. And change that to a 10. And then...
Yeah.
Yes! That's what I'm talking
25
about!
on the same one? The one that you hit before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... Yeah, that
Look
first
at that
one.
roll. Look at that damage roll. It's so beautiful.
That first one, a wide gash of blood splats on the ground as the other one is untouched. Dedrin is seeing how things are going and is not impressed. Artanis.
All right,
Dang,
here we
this
go.
is a hardy gentleman.
Same deal as the first one,
All right,
or as the previous turn. Sorry.
-4 +2.
Okay, here we go. Newspaper attack.
You want a dagger? I'll get you a dagger.
I don't think
Oh, but
Dedrin would allow
that's
that.
That's more than
Yeah.
a. That's more bludgeoning.
Well, 11 will not hit.
Okay. All right, second attack. Ooh, that's not gonna hit you. Oh wait, that will hit.
Oh,
15.
yeah.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay,
So
that is 8 bludgeoning.
8 to that other boar.
Nice.
Second boar. Okay. You can see. You can see this second boar begin to bleed a bit, and it is definitely, quote unquote raging at this point. Karzarath.
Okay.
All right, time to take another pot shot.
Nice. Nice. Holy fuck.
Hey.
Holy
That is a
fuck.
natural 20.
That is beautiful.
That is
Wow.
a natural 20 and a natural 20 to confirm. Like,
Yeah. Do
Pig.
you want a card or double damage?
Give me the card.
Card it is.
shoot his dick off.
Piercing. Alright, there you go.
Snap.
Oh,
Oh, neat.
so that works for
And
me.
1 free attack.
Hell yeah, do that shit.
That is clutch.
So
right there.
this guy took 12 damage, and you are free to take a -5 attack again at the same boar.
High roll.
11 will miss. Unfortunately, you get very excited, and you do see the opening of this howling boar, but it ducks back down, basically lands on
Oh,
the
I thought
ground
CC moved
once
the
again,
horse, and that's why it missed.
and the arrow goes wide. Cece.
Do I didn't catch it, but did Ver use the guidance that I gave him?
Yes, you would feel that tether removed.
Okay. Is Karzarath nearby?
Yes, Karzarath was still on the horse with you, more or less,
Oh,
taking
okay.
pot shots with a bow.
Okay. I will reach over and I will pat Karzarath on the shoulder and I will give him guidance.
That's why I said when I think CC just moved the horse just a smidge.
Yep. The horse whinnied and it knocked you off
Yeah.
balance.
All right.
I'll be playing the part of Hope.
I guess off to the boars. I have to do something here.
Do you? Do you really?
Yep. Yes,
Hope
I do.
Hope reaches down and starts eating some grass.
Cece does not fight her. She just lets her. She's like, we're safe here. It's fine.
Nom 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 grass.
Nom nom grass. Nom 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 road.
She eats it for a little while and then she'll do a.
Okay. It appears as though the two boars on Artanis are losing blood, but they do give their attacks to Artanis
Very well.
As a gift.
as a gift. Yes. Unfortunately, the highest is an 11. So the one on there.
Oh, the other one fell.
Yep. Yes, it did.
Nice.
The one on there is only going to muster up a 17 to hit.
Sorry, it's that gauntlet coming in and pop him in the face, just knock him off, and then just like grab the sword and. Where? 13?
13's not gonna hit.
Oh, poop.
You're feeling good about your sword and stuff, and you go to swing.
I just miss.
You just miss.
No shame in it. It
just
happens.
Reflected it
Dead.
with its bacon gauntlet.
Dedrin's gonna pass for one more turn. Artanis.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go on the attack if they're both looking kind of crappy. So,
Yes.
No fighting defensively this time.
Okay.
Well,
12 will miss.
okay. Rolling again. I still don't know why it rolls 2 d20s, but here's the second attack. Okay, good.
There you go.
That'll hit.
By a damn
10
sight.
to that one. Okay. You smack it, and you can see it sort of staggering around, but it's still up.
Damn. Okay.
Karzrath. Back to you.
All right. Yep.
15 will hit for 3 damage. Okay. Okay, you still have your guidance with you. CC, you can tell.
Does the thing that I whispered to you, is that, do I have that information or no?
How is Hope moving about?
Yeah, how is Hope moving about?
She is she's just watching. She's just watching the combat. The sounds of combat don't bother her. So she's normal. She'll
Alright.
she'll even go down and eat a little bit more grass.
Did she get any closer, any further? Is
Oh,
she stayed put?
is she? Are you trying to get her to? If you are, then she could probably she understands commands. So
Okay.
if you wish to if you give her a hya, and she'll start moving closer.
Probably try to take her near the cart, just
Yeah.
to kind of stay collectively together.
As long as
Doesn't
you.
sound.
Oh, do you have ride? Do you have ride as a skill?
Do I have ride? No. Why? There's a skill there, but I don't have a proficiency in it.
Okay, so technically, if you can't ride a horse at all,
I'm
rules
just
as
sitting on
written?
it.
yeah. So, I mean,
Would she follow you?
most DMs say that you can do simple rides without being proficient, like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I mean, you're not gonna jump any jumps, but you can make a trained horse go someplace. I would say.
People do that all the time at like riding like
Yeah,
tourist attractions anyway.
for sure. So yeah, that's a crazy thing about Pathfinder. It's just like, no, you can't drive a horse at all. It's like, what? But yeah, cool. So she can get it over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
she would be able to get it over there.
Because it's simple, she's trained, boom. Alrighty.
Okay, then I'd like to do what I had whispered to you.
Okay. So, Hope meanders, eats some grass, and then meanders back around to the other side of the cart, and you make a couple gestures and spout a couple words. Okay.
Yep. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. That is the boar's turn. And they are just going to try to get something out of Artanis at this point. That one doesn't hit, but does an 18 hit?
It does not.
It does not. Wow. Fancy.
Fancy.
All right.
Fancy dancy.
And the one left on there, the untouched boar, is gonna
thinking
roll
he's invincible.
a 21. To be fair, he's doing quite well. It's just you have a lot of armor.
Yeah,
You have
I'm built for
so
this.
much armor.
right. Armor on armor. So, I'm going to attack.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead.
Weak. 14 to start out.
14. All right.
I remind him he's not a god.
You do in fact cut him down, and he's hurting quite a bit. Another sizable chunk, another spray of blood, but it's looking at you, sizing you up. Dedrin's not too happy that Artanis is not getting through, so he will just sort of ready a weapon just in case. Artanis.
All right. I think at this point I'm gonna use supernatural improvisation. I'll throw that on there, and I will
Ooh.
give them the +1 enhancement to attack and damage rolls.
Okay.
And then I will attempt to hopefully take one out. Here we go. Same one I've been beating up. No defensive fighting. And this will be +1, and then +1 to the damage
Okay.
for 10.
Okay. 10 damage to the previously injured boar is going to you do smack it, and it collapses and rolls onto the
Oh, thank God. Okay. Second one.
15 and 14. Yeah. You sort of smack inward, and one of Karzrath's arrows you just like shove even deeper in as you're smacking, and this one goes down as well.
Nice.
Um,
You win. But now come and flank me so I can get one more damage on
That's
top.
exactly what I was gonna do. Good thinking.
Awesome.
I would like to flank Mr. Pig with Bear.
Hell yeah. This guy's
They
going
call
down.
me Mr. Pig.
Whatever the
Well-
modified flanking rules dictate. If I can help him out, I would like to help him out.
All right. I would say you get up next to the boar and try to draw its attention. You can make a intimidation or diplomacy or handle animal check,
Ooh,
I suppose,
okay.
or just a general charisma check.
Okay, so just for clarification, he can't just come in and attack with a +2 since it's paying attention to me.
Oh, I already used up both of my attacks.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. I
If
missed
not,
that.
he could. But
Yeah, for sure.
wait.
Everyone's
I-
handle animal.
He moves into flank. Gotcha. I misunderstood.
Isn't Flurry of Blows a full round action?
Ah, you are correct. I will just take a 5-foot step
Right.
and
Okay.
signal to Vera I'm on my way.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I am
You
used
know,
to
if-
dead for
if,
that.
Thank you for
if
calling me out on that.
necessary.
I forgot about that.
I'm
I
guilty of doing it to 5e. Getcha.
I got to be very careful about action economy because
Is that-
once it'll matter. You know, at higher levels, it matters.
All
Right.
right. That does conclude my turn then.
Yep. Karzarath.
All right, taking another shot.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
The last one that I'm. But okay, so for this, it won't be flanking because he's in front of the boar shooting it, even though I'm right there, right?
Yeah.
It's only if he's behind it.
Flanking is being on its flank, basically. So if you could get its attention to like turn around, even you would have flanking on it. But you know,
Fair.
good luck getting it to turn around.
Right, yeah. It's kind of got one person in sight, but that's okay for me.
Pretty much, yeah. CC, back to your turn, and as for the whisper, I would say yes.
Okay, I do that then.
Okay. To the boar, and I think that applies, so this boar is now bleeding as it continues to fight, and it is going to, at this point, try desperately to gore you at least once there. That's natural 1, however, so
That's not going to cut it. That's not how you get
Within-
famous.
8 reflex, it is going to fumble and let's see, not the weak point. Your enemy's armor takes 1d6 points of damage. You take 1d6 points of damage and cannot use this attack for 1d3 rounds. Wow.
Oh,
Alright.
wow.
So
That sucks.
accidentally, it manages to get stuck in your armor, and
That's not going to hurt. I'm not. My armor takes. I don't think. I'm not sure if magical armor can take 1d6 points of damage like that from a boar.
I'm
I
not
have at least
sure.
10 hit points.
That is
so-
weird. Like I still get punished when he rolled a 1.
right. Yeah, that is unusual, but yeah.
Hey, sometimes that happens, man.
I,
Well,
I have
there
crit
are
fail
also,
tables that hurt
you know,
everybody.
How many instances of armor damage are you going to? I don't know. I guess 2 armor damage. I don't know how you want to
don't
note that,
even
if at
know
all.
what my HP
don't-
is
I don't know.
for my armor.
It's
I
gonna
feel
be at
like
least
a boar couldn't damage magical
Oh.
armor.
Oh,
Like,
wait, you know what?
that's-
I think your armor has a hardness. What kind of armor?
Oh
is it?
yeah, it's got to have hardness on.
It's full plate. Okay, so let me take a look at that.
Full plate has a hardness of 10, so any damage
Okay,
below
so-
10 is just like
Oh,
It
for sure.
didn't
That's
even
what-
do anything to your armor. It got
Right. It got
this
stuck.
boar for 1 round is stuck in your armor. There.
Oh, god damn it. Well, I guess I'll just like.
I will say you'd still have a clear attack if you would like to.
Okay, I'm gonna do
I'm
that.
not-
I'm
I'm
gonna
not-
like. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and get the point on the back of its neck and just thrust it down into there to see
Right.
if it doesn't slide off. Let's see.
14 is good enough.
Oh, phew. It was awkward, but I got her done. So now I am. No, never mind. I'm not. I'm not in flanking.
No.
18 damage.
18 damage is enough to drop it. And
So I just sever that bitch's spinal column at the neck.
you do. And its eyes roll and it cumbersomely hangs off of your armor, and it takes a little bit to remove it, but you do. And 4 boars and 2 goblins later, you are clear.
Nice.
I'm kind of just looking at the little tusk wound on, I'm guessing my, thigh?
Yeah, right thigh sounds.
My right thigh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Damn
everyone
it.
okay?
Tore my pants and scratched me a little, but I mean it could have been worse.
We're having boar for lunch.
Barely.
Ooh, that sounds good. I can fix that tear in your pants.
Yeah, okay.
Are you pretty hurt? I can fix that too.
It's on the same spot, though. Any triage would be appreciated.
Okay, can you help me down off the horse? I fell the first time I tried to do it by myself.
All right, so
And I kind of like
I
extend
will,
my arms out to whoever's close by.
I mean, I'm not. I could be though. I mean, I would probably go back to Hope real quick. And help her down.
Good
Thank you,
swinging
Sir Knight.
and good shooting, by the way. Baron Karzara.
Thank you.
Is a nod.
This sword is great.
I saw.
No, it's a fantastic sword.
It's
Don't you
Sword,
remember?
Not a saw. Goodness.
Alright, so, I guess if we want to maintain our pace, I suppose a blind girl can tend to my ward's wounds while we continue towards the sanatorium.
Yes, of course.
And perhaps you can fling some of that bacon onto your beast of burden over there.
I would allow you guys to collect some rations.
Yay!
Maybe using survive.
We should. Does anybody have a good survival? I think I got a decent one.
Please, let me check both of these character sheets.
I would let someone knowledge nature first to make a bonus to the survival.
Okay,
sort
I
of
got a
odd,
plus,
but it makes
plus-
sense.
Yeah, it makes
I-
sense.
I
Plus
have
5.
It.
I have a +2 with a +4 to knowledge nature.
I got a plus 5 survival and knowledge nature. What the hell is that? So it looks like I got the most survival here. So,
I think so.
and it
I will
sounds
give-
like
I will give
Yeah.
you a pat as you go. It's kind of like a thank you for getting me down, and I will cast guidance on you so you can
all
you
right.
can have
So
a
I'm
little
gonna.
bit of a boost.
So I add +1, correct?
Yep.
To this skill check.
Yep.
All right. So survivor, fighting for survivor, fighting an arriver.
Gathering some bacon.
19.
Yeah,
Time for bacon.
I can work with that. You can get quite a few rations out of that. Definitely.
Oh, oh, yeah, nice. Okay, so,
I could say like
boar lunches involving me roasting this boar.
3 rations for each of you, maybe.
3
I don't know
rations for
all y'all.
for all y'all. All right, so I'm handing out the rations, and I'm
Yeah.
eating one of them right now. So I got 2 rations.
Nice.
Okay.
I might even eat 2. Fuck it, I'm gonna eat 2. I'm gonna be a fucking pig. I'm such a
can
glutton. Such a
go
glutton
ahead.
I am.
Go ahead
Such a
and
juicy glutton.
On save.
eat some free rations while you are around the boars, and then just everyone adds 3 rations to their inventory for 3 boar rations for the road, and the ability to eat as much as you would care to while still around the boars.
And I'm gonna roast the
Well-
boar's heart. It's happening. And eat that shit.
Okay. Well, with a lunch over, you continue your trek, probably at Dedrin's behest at most, and make your way to the Bradley Bar, an abandoned. Oh yes, good. An abandoned barn, a bit of the ways off the road. Mm. And I think we have a little bit of time left. Let's investigate this barn.
Barn investigation. Dun dun dun.
Barn investigation.
I would search the perimeter.
Yes.
Yes. It smells like shit in there anyway.
Nortanis, go in.
Yes, our
I'm not gonna say anything. I like literally. There's a thing that came to mind, but would rather not poke at the bugbear. Is that the right
Oh.
race? Or hobgoblin?
Dedrin's a hobgoblin.
I would rather not poke at the hobgoblin, especially the one that has the gun.
That's probably a wise point.
Yes.
So I guess Artanis will help CC down from the cage prison wagon thing, and we'll go
The
check
perfectly
it out.
lawful cage
You
thing.
know, that thing.
And a little bit of ways from the coast, so let's just turn that down.
Dedrin's armored transport, he likes to call it. I'm sure.
That's a strange contraption that's on the back of a wagon. She just kind of very casually says as he's helping her down. Just like, that's weird.
Yeah, and what the hell's that thing on your hip? I've been meaning to ask you.
Oh, I'm not allowed to open it.
No, I was talking to Dedrin.
Oh,
You want to have that conversation with Dedrin when he's here?
Yeah,
that's
I know.
fair. Yeah, I'm not sure how
Yeah.
he wants to roleplay that. Sorry.
Right. True. That's okay.
But
You can
we will
ask it
take
in
a
10
roleplay.
minutes when 2 weeks has passed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I'll whisper remind you. Okay. So
I think I'll remember.
okay. Barn general description from the outside.
General description is this barn is not the largest barn house you've ever seen, but it's decently sized. Got a strong, well, a 10 to 12 foot first floor, and then there are some loft spaces. However, much of this barn sags as it has not seen upkeep nor usage in many years. There is some paint left, though most of it has chipped off, and even some of the wood has been burrowed into by various creatures. The doors to the front hang open, one hanging almost off of its hinge. And as you enter, you can see a smattering of flesh across different parts of the ground, and a lot of blood. As well, actually, no, we're gonna leave that there until we get our perception checks. Dedrin and anyone else on the outside can make a perception check, and Artanis and anyone inside can make a perception check there.
Okay, I will make a. Here's Dedrin's.
Vera's just patrolling the perimeter, watching to see if anybody is going to interfere with the crime scene.
Right.
Where?
Dedrin's just spinning his weapon.
As interesting as this investigation has been, nothing about this barn helped him get an in with the Scarnettis. Anyway,
Cece is trying to find her way to the barn, but I assume that once Artanis got her down, he was just kind of like, oh, okay, and started on his way into the barn. She's like, crap!
I'm sure Karsrath would help out in
Karsrath
that
will help her.
case.
I said I
Or
did,
fair.
but
Oh,
Oops.
sorry, I didn't hear you.
and I'm
All right,
sticking
so there's-
around you, just keeping an eye on things.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Here's Artanis for the inside.
31,
Mm.
if little birdie is helping out.
Birdie is with me.
You do spot within the hay and rotted flooring of this barn, you do spot some sort of impressions of loosely of human bodies with blood all around in the muck around. You also spot some rope attached to one of the interior posts. It is loose, but it is wrapped around the pole. Looks like this is where Graced was tied up.
Okay. So can I kind of reasonably assume that he was torn apart or uh, Grace is a male, correct?
Yeah, Grace
Oh, okay.
Sevilla is a male and is currently in the sanatorium.
Okay. Uh, I think it's pretty. Oh, wait, he's in the sanatorium. Okay, so he wasn't torn up. Uh,
No, but there are the 3 bodily imprints that you
got it.
saw.
And those are the ones that CC and Karzarath saw on the.
Yes, Mortwell, Hask, and Tabe.
Got it. Well, I see 3 body imprints here, roughly, kind of. Still
There were
really
three
messy.
bodies in the cell.
Um, hmm. I wonder if there's any other impressions or clues around here. But that's what I saw from the inside, right? Just on the lower floor.
Yeah. Actually, with a 31, I think is fair. Um, it does smell a bit of death in here just because of the prior events, though perhaps not reminiscent of the sawmill due to the amount of time it's been able to air out, per se.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you do catch along various beams, um, you do see claw marks, and they are very similar to the claw marks in the sawmill and on the bodies.
CC, it looks like we've got some uh possible similarities between the the damage done at the mill and the damage done here.
Oh, is there? Do you want me to scope around and see if I can spot any trail of an undead, or do you think it's been too long?
Um, it may have been a while, but it it may still be worth looking into. I'm not sure what the depth of your uh own supernatural senses reaches out to, but you can clearly tell that there's something there that I can't.
I can certainly try, though. And Dieter, correct me if I'm wrong, but this first murder happened 2 days prior to the second murder, correct? Did I hear that, or am I like making things up in my
No,
brain?
you are correct. Yeah,
Okay.
so the murder happened in the early morning yesterday at the sawmill, and then you spent, the day with the sawmill and such, and then 2 days prior to that was this murder.
Okay, got it. Um, I did think of something earlier, but I didn't want to say it in front of the captain, well, the sheriff, because I didn't want to arouse any sort of possible suspicion or panic until I'd got a chance to talk to everyone else about it prior. But it was 2 days in between this murder, and she kind of like gestures towards the barn, uh, in the one at the mill. If these are done in a particular fashion for a particular reason, whether the people have any sort of correlation with each other or not, it sounds like it could be a ritual if it's done every 2 days.
A ritual.
Yeah.
So wait, where does that mean that today, uh, since that's 2 days from the last killing, today we should expect another ritual killing?
If my hunch is correct, I think so.
Okay.
Dang, that's heavy.
Um, that's that's a serious revelation. We should probably make haste investigating this area, and then make our way to the sanatorium as soon as possible.
I think we should be very concise but brief with our conversation with him. I don't think that he is the culprit, but I think he may have some clues as to either who it is or who may be next. But we need to be clear, concise, and we need to get back to town.
Okay, that makes sense.
What do you think the chances of them being possessed are? If it is in fact a ritual.
If he was the one that committed the acts, maybe, but I'm not sure. What did the inside of the barn look like?
Like a bloody fucking mess.
You
there
are
are
so
claw
descriptive
marks
for the one that's blind. I need a little bit more detail, sir.
There is various viscera still strewn out all over the place. There is a rope wrapped around a column, presumably where someone was tied up, and there are numerous claw marks similar to what was found at the mill. There is a loft, which I think I can check out really quick, while the three of you continue investigating this lower area. If that seems agreeable to you.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
If there is the same claw marks as what we saw before, there's a good chance that it's the same creature. So, the guy in the sanatorium possessed? Probably not. Did he see the creature? Most likely.
I see. Makes sense.
So maybe he's the one that got away from getting hurt. So there is a chance that if this is a ritual enticed thing, the ritual may not have actually been fully completed if he's still alive. I'm not sure. I would have to do some consulting about it.
Well, they did kill somebody. Three
They
somebodies.
killed three. They killed three somebodies, but if they're supposed to kill a certain amount of people or within a certain proximity or all within the same virtue
so
or
there
line.
was Go ahead. Sorry.
Going off your ritual theory, which I find very plausible.
It could be multiplying by 2.
Well, that's possible, but it seems like if we're attaching these to the 7 deadly sins, that the targets are whoever commits the sin. So if there happens to be a bystander who is not committing the sin, it seems like they're not affected. Based off of what I know. Does that seem plausible?
A bit, though I think the number of people affected, whether killed or not killed, may play a part in it. Maybe? Just hear me out. I know it doesn't... It probably doesn't ring true to the first one, but it could kind of ring true to the second one. 2 people died, and lust is second on the list.
Do we know what number greed was?
Greed was number 1.
Greed was number 1. Okay.
It's going the other way around, because
timeline. So, the list we have: greed, lust. If it's working down this list you have, pride would be next.
Which is not, we're not certain of that, because that's just a list
theory
from some dude. So.
Right.
Well, everybody seems to think he's crazy, but to be perfectly honest, he's been more helpful than really anybody in town so far.
There's wisdom in madness, they say.
There's always some wisdom in every in every corner. You just have to look hard enough to find it.
And
Right.
be the person that they want to open it up to with it.
He seemed very, very excited that people wanted to talk to him about this. But he did request that the next
That
time we
makes
come to
sense.
visit, we do it during the day, which I feel like is fair.
So we gotta scoot over to Habes, and then we'll head back on up to Old Boy.
Okay. I guess we can either uh, lengthen this or shorten it as you see fit, DM, but I'm going to examine the loft and then see if I can find anything around the perimeter.
Sure, of course. You are able to get up to the loft. There's a ladder, and it wraps around. Aside some rotting, a few rotting farm goods left behind, there does not seem to be much up here. As for around the outside, again, it looks mostly barren and just like a rundown, rotting barn house.
Got it.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, so
Hell yeah.
CC.
no tracks at all.
Do.
24. Excellent. Tracks. Sure. I would like a separate perception check specifically to be looking for.
May I assist that as well?
Sure, if that is brought to attention to look for tracks.
Yes. I would tell the three inside the barn that I plan on looking for
Right.
presumably similar tracks to what we found at the mill.
Okay. So go ahead and make that perception check.
And I think the way assisting. Oh yeah.
Nice. Now we've got 2 20 pluses.
I mean, if you are going to assist, you would hand your modifier for that skill over, or 2, whichever's higher. Personal rule, the 2 is official.
Oh yeah.
However,
that's raw.
Yeah. However, you are able to both just make checks. There are several paths of footprints to follow a specific set of footprints or to specific like barefoot footprints would take a survival, but it would be the same survival for both.
Okay, very well. I can.
A lot of people have been around here recently. The 4 men from that night, as well as whatever else, and the two guards when Graced was around, and additional guards to clear out the bodies. So, quite a few tracks in the area.
Okay. I guess I would have been on the lookout for anything that wasn't wearing boots.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Survival, you said, right?
Yes. Survival to find and track those kinds of tracks.
Surprise.
Okay. 22. That's really good. After scouring for a little bit, comparing, you do find some tracks that look. And it's hard to tell because this is, dried grass and lumpy dirt.
Potatoes.
But you do find some that seem to disturb less than would shoes or armor. And you kind of deduce that this path is actually footprints. It's barefoot. And you are actually able to follow it all the way down to the river. The
River. Oh.
Cougar Creek.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they do go into the river. And that is the extent of your knowledge.
Got it. And it is still one set. It's not like 3 different footprint trails that Karzarath and I found.
Yes, there is a to and a back.
Okay. Okay, that's important information, I think. We know we're dealing with like a single summon necromancer instead of like a 1 per target necromancer.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and with that information and the intention to continue on your way to Habe's Sanatorium, I am going to bring us to the title screen. And
You're not going to tell me what I know, or are you going to tell us that next session?
I'll have to look at rituals in the meantime.
Okay. I was like, I rolled really well.
Yes, you did.
That's you.
In any way, I'm going to have to say goodbye to everyone for this session. I will see you in 2 weeks, hopefully. Hope you all had a good time.
Yes.
Yep.
Lots of fun. Great game, as always. And for now,
Exposition.
everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Religion. Hang.
Religion.
Hang. Happy
Hang.
dungeon delving, everyone.